This is Miriam Savdie, Professor Gissinger, EDPS 620, second grade lesson on setting. Good morning, class. This morning for our reading lesson, we will be learning about setting. Did anybody ever hear of what setting is, of the word setting? Let me hear some of your ideas what setting could be. Okay, good try. That's a good answer. Okay, well, setting is where the story takes place and when it takes place. The setting of the story sort of sets up the background of where the story is and the time period when it takes place. So I'm going to write on the board here, time, that's when it's taking place, and there's place, that's where the story is happening, and there's a third ingredient to this recipe of setting called environment, which means the weather in the surrounding area. What's the weather like the day that the character is having, the actions happening to him, or what's going on in the story? What's the weather like? So I'm going to write environment/weather. I want to hear from you guys some of your ideas on, we'll go category by category. Give me some examples of time. What would the when be of a story? You could have 6 p.m., 6 in the afternoon, for instance, or 6 in the morning. You could have any time, noon, 8 o'clock, 12 o'clock, yeah. You could also have seasons. That's part of time, the when of a story. Fall, winter, spring, summer. Doesn't matter what season it is outside. The story takes you into its own world with the setting. So that's part of time. It could also be a different year or time period of dinosaurs. Could be a time period of, back when cavemen lived. Let's go on to place. Some examples of place. A national park, Yellowstone National Park, that's a place. Have any of you ever been to Disneyland? That's sure a place a story can take place. Or Disneyland up there. And Grand Canyon, it could take place in China, it could be a different country. That'll be an interesting story. Alaska. Could be the moon. Could take place in outer space. And then our last part is environment/weather. Let's hear some examples of weather. Rain, of course, that's a very big and important one to stories. A lot of times an author will set up rain to give the readers a sense of sadness or gloom, or it's a cold day, the character may not be feeling so well. This is all having to do with environment, which goes back to setting. This is our setting, setting up the story. I want to read The Mixed Up Chameleon by Eric Carle, a couple of pages, to show you how setting affects the story, how setting has a big role in the story. On a shiny green leaf sat a small green chameleon. So already we have a shiny green leaf. That's part of, you see he's outdoors, and the picture gives you a great sense of what the setting is, a great idea. Pictures are very important to stories too. Illustrations of pictures. It moved onto a brown tree and turned brownish. Then it rested on a red flower and turned reddish. When the chameleon moved slowly across the yellow sand, it turned yellowish. You could hardly see it. So what's interesting about this particular setting? When the chameleon goes on a green leaf, he turns green. When the chameleon turns on the yellow sand, he turns yellow. This is very interesting because that means the setting has a direct effect. It's directly causing the color of the chameleon. So you could say the setting includes the outdoors, including the sand, the leaf, the flower. The colors are part of the setting of the outdoors. So you'd say the place is outside. We don't know the time yet. That's okay. That's a different part of setting. And the environment seems to be a bright, sunny day. We're not going to read the rest of this now. We're just learning about setting right now. Maybe a different day. Jessie Bear, What Will You Wear? By Nancy White Karlstrom. Illustrations by Bruce Deggan. Jessie Bear, what will you wear? What will you wear in the morning? Right away, we have time, that part of setting. It's morning. So what do you think Jessie Bear is going to put on in the morning? My shirt of red pulled over my head in the morning. I'll wear my pants that dance, my pants that dance in the morning. So the illustrations are also cluing you in. They're helping you understand it's morning, he's getting dressed in play clothes, daytime clothes, and he's going to play outside. Wonderful, students. Great job listening to those stories. Now I'm going to be handing out a sheet to each one of you. It says reading response. It has name, date, title, author, setting. That's what we're learning today. And then I want you to draw a picture of the setting. So you're going to reach into your knapsacks, take out the books that you're reading for your nightly homeworks, and we're going to work on these sheets for a while. I want you to really think about what we learned about time, place, and environment being a part of setting. Now, in each one of your books, there should be a good sense of setting by the pages that you're on now. And if you can't find it on the exact page you're on, you know, flip ahead, flip behind, get a good idea of it. Pass these out. And if anybody has any trouble, any questions at all, I'm going to be circulating the room and helping each one of you. Okay, very good, very good. Okay, a few minutes have passed. It looks like everybody's done. Raise your hand if you're still working. Okay, great, everybody's done. Charlie, can you please stand up and tell me, what did you write for setting? Well, first tell us your book, the author, the title is the book's name, and tell us what you wrote for setting. Great, and can we see the picture? Show it to the class. Okay, great. Very nice, Charlie, nice work. Okay, guys, I want you to pack these up into your homework folders. If you didn't get a chance to finish, you will have a chance tonight. You'll have it as part of homework. And also, if you drew it in pencil, I want you to go home and color it, add some color to it. Bring your picture to life. Like the mixed up chameleon, look how colorful, it draws you into it. Jessie Bear, the whole thing is color, each page. Wonderful. Even the first page we read, my shirt of red. Color really adds a nice part to reading a book. Okay, so that's the homework assignment. How do we tie in setting to life? Well, setting is everywhere. Setting is where you are and the time period you're in and what the weather is around you. So, and the weather and time and place that you are in really does have an impact. It affects how you're feeling and what you're going to be doing. For instance, if you're going to take a shower, are you going to be in the kitchen? No, that's not the right setting for a shower. You got to go to the shower for a shower. That's in the bathroom. And if you're looking for a snack to eat, would you go to the hallway? That's not really the right place, the right setting for what you're looking to do. Have a snack. That would be in the cupboard in the kitchen, I would assume. Unless some of you have snacks, you know, in your knapsacks. I don't want to know about that right now at home. What your parents do at home is what your parents do at home for you. Okay, that's the end of my lesson. What would the theorists say about this lesson? I think Lev Vygotsky would like the overall lesson because I started out with adult-mediated learning where I first explained the term setting and then I encouraged the students to go on their own, fill out the sheet. And let's see, the activity afterwards is furthering their zone of proximal development, the zone of proximal development, where they, on their own, but with guidance, fill out a sheet, what they just learned about, and draw a picture based on their acquired knowledge. Okay, I think Erickson would also like the lesson as it relates to stage 4 of his theory of cognitive development, where students aged 6 to 11, the second grade students are around 7 years old, balance the polarities of industry versus inferiority. When they're doing the work on their own, they feel a great sense of industry, and I believe that will help them grow, you know, help them in life to grow as they need to be mature, responsible, confident adults in the world. Montessori may not like the lesson as the students are given instruction more than a variety of choices from what they could choose to learn, as she believes or wants to be done. The lesson also does not permit students to collaborate during the assignment, thus contradicting her belief that the children should help each other out, with older children supporting the younger ones.